walk me through what happens here between the Eagles and Foles.
So basically, between now and February 12th, I believe, 30 days before the league year, the Eagles have to make a decision. Do they pick up the $20 million option for Nick Foles? And what that means is, do they give him a one-year contract worth $20 million? If they do that, then Foles has 5 days to decide, does he give them $2 million to buy his freedom? So basically, he has a $2 million buyback, which is part of the incentives that he earned this year, and more than $2 million. He has a $2 million buyback to become a free agent. But then the Eagles have the option of franchise tagging him, which obviously they wouldn't use for the 2019 season. They would then try to trade him.
How would Foles handle that? I mean, that's not something I imagine Nick Foles would want. If he's buying his freedom, he wants to go wherever he wants to go.
Right.
So would that sit well with number 9, or that doesn't really matter because the Eagles aren't just going to let him go?
Well, the Eagles are going to be very sort of wary, although that's that's a negative word, but they're going to be very cognizant of his feelings, the perception, and everything that it relates to. Like, he is a hero. You know, he is a Super Bowl hero, an MVP, someone who rescued their season twice. They're not going to do wrong by him. And actually, I even think there's some nervousness about asking him to pay back $2 million. Like, even that's kind of weird. Like, having him pay them, even though it's what he had earned. So the whole thing is sort of complex. There is a possibility they get together and say, all right, let's figure this out. And maybe they negotiate a one-year deal that they can use to kind of trade him. I would expect them, if he's traded or whenever he's traded, for Foles and the Eagles and the new team to all kind of work together to make sure that he's in a spot that he wants. Like, there's going to be nothing here that's going to be bad for Nick Foles. The only thing that's going to be bad is for the new team that would have to give draft compensation instead of just getting him for free.
Or, and the word wary, I think, Ian, would come into to play here for the Eagles, because it's possible Foles winds up with the Redskins. I mean, what if the Giants hear from Eli Manning that he doesn't want to play anymore over the next 3 weeks? And I mean, why wouldn't the Giants want him? I mean, certainly if he knows the division. I mean, so there's so many different ways this can go right now.
And I'm almost positive, I have to look back at the timing, but Pat Shurmur was with the Eagles. I think he overlapped with Foles. If I have to look at when I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So one other thing that if the Eagles did trade him, that would be part of it, is they could theoretically have a say in where he could go. So maybe the Eagles would then say, yeah, like, we're getting this offer from the Giants, if that all happened, or this offer from the Redskins, but this offer from the Jaguars sounds really nice, so we're going to take this one. Can you work with us on that? Like, that's kind of the other part of this, which is if the Eagles so desired, they could kind of steer him in the direction away from the division, which they love him and respect him, so they would obviously think he's a threat. This wouldn't be like trading McNabb in the division when the Eagles thought he was done.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.